Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the file that I downloaded that has all the COVID-19 data in it, and we need to modify this. We need to mess around with it a bit. First thing we need to do is select the data that we want. So one thing to do is to make sure we can see what we're looking at. We can see what's going on, and then filter. So I'm going to go to Data, Filter, and I'm going to select the United States. There we go. And days since the 100th total confirmed case. I'm going to eliminate 0. So that ought to show us everything since the 100th confirmed case. And this is what epidemiologists use to try to predict the progress of the disease. And for some reason it didn't work. If I eliminate 0, I still have 1, 2, and 3, and so forth. I'm going to get rid of this filter. And clear this filter. Okay. This is probably better. Let's use a number filter. Greater than or equal to. And here's all the numbers that are in our list. There we go. I'm going to want the data for new cases. I need to have one data point prior to the 100th case. So there it is. Okay. And I probably don't want to include it when I do the analysis, but it's there. And I'll copy this stuff and paste it in a new spreadsheet, because I don't want to mess around with trying to fit everything in the universe. And auto-fit it so I can see what's going on. Now, so here's total confirmed cases. I'm going to want to skip this first day, or excuse me, this first day. And this is going to be on the horizontal axis. This is going to be on the vertical. So I need to swap the two columns. That cough is due to allergies. It's not due to, it's very annoying. It's not due to COVID-19. Okay, insert it. Okay, so now we have total confirmed cases, and now we can plot it. I can insert a graph. There we go. So what do you guys think this graph looks like? I think it looks very exponential, which means if I change this to a logarithmic scale, if I change the y-axis to a logarithmic scale, it ought to look pretty darn linear. I'm going to go ahead and, right now I have this yellow bar up there. I'm going to go ahead and save this as an Excel file. There. It's in the directory that I want it to go to. Because the program will work a little quicker if I don't use CSV, if I go back to Excel. Use an XLSX format. So now we see on a logarithmic scale, this is looking pretty straight. And it's starting to curve over, which means our social distancing is starting to have an impact. That's going to be the tough part to model. If this continued forever, then we wouldn't have to worry so much about this bend over. But since social distancing is starting to take hold, we're going to take control of the situation. We're going to decrease the number of cases. They're not going to keep increasing. A lot of times, a model like this looks a lot like capacitor voltages. That this is going to rise to a certain level and then stop, and then it'll creep very slowly up to another level. So let's take a look at trend lines first. I think it's exponential. Come on. There it goes. Trend line. And more options. I guess I have to right click on this trend line to get the more options part. I think recording at the same time that I'm working with Excel makes things go slower. There we go. Okay. And it'll eventually pop up here in the R squared. I'm just moving it out of the way. And I'm going to make the font bigger. So you can see the model. Okay. Right click on the trend line option, format trend line again. I want to make sure I don't have a bunch of other stuff going on that might be slowing things down. It doesn't look like it. I'll close this program and close settings too. There. Okay. Get rid of stuff that might be slowing down my computer. And it's still kind of slow. Bummer. And I saved it as an Excel spreadsheet. There. Okay. It'll be fine now. So, right click on the trend line. And we'll check the other models. Let's see, linear is probably horrible. There it goes. And why do I have two models? I'm going to right click on this one and delete this trend line. Because I only want one trend line. There. I'm going to format this one. It's currently exponential. That's probably one of the reasons why it was slow, because I had two trend lines that I didn't know about. Okay, I'm guessing that it's because I'm recording at the same time I'm doing work that everything goes slow. Let's go one more. Move it. Okay. And it's a high resolution recording too, which just makes it that much harder for the recording program to work too. Format this guy. Let's try linear. Pretty horrible. What's amazing is the r squared isn't that bad, but it's pretty clear that it's not the right fit. Logarithmic. Okay, now, first of all, it says I have negative or zero values, so let's pull this down there. So we're going to only select part of the values. There we go.